Say have fun in your podcast.
For your podcast.
Say I love you.
I love you.
Hey, everybody out there. It's Nigga Rockin' Podcast coming at you. I'm the KC Stork, one half of the I-70 Connect. Hey, I'm in Topeka.
This is for the first time that we're recording from our basement. I was gonna say live, but not really live. But yeah, man, welcome back. I know we had a couple episodes without you. Just kind of throw it out there for the audience, kind of keep them hungry. You know what I'm saying? I mean, keep feeding them, keep them with the art, giving them the art or whatnot. Had a couple serious episodes. Had a couple of comedic episodes. But we're also joined with my brother Brian. He's gonna be intermittently on mute, kind of chime in here and there. He's paying attention to the Miami Hurricanes game, because he is a Miami Hurricanes fan, and he has all the reason to be cheering right now since they beat Florida State last Saturday. And on the background, we do have the Missouri versus Alabama game.
Ain't no need to watch that bullshit. Alabama about to put up motherfucking 999,000 yards of motherfucking rushing. And they might put up 200 points on the board. These motherfuckers scored in 23 seconds, dog. Yeah, it ain't about to be pretty. It ain't about to be pretty. I don't even know we driving right now. Anyway, back to the podcast.
So like I was saying, though, I know we had a couple episodes. I know things are changing. Things are happening in my world. Things are happening in your world. But let's have Brian say a couple words before we get started, get going. What's up, Brian? How you doing?
Hey, thanks for having me on the podcast. Once again, it's always a pleasure sitting and talking with you guys. Everything is good. Can't complain. I'm living. I'm working. Bills are paid. Canes are winning. Girl is happy.
Hey.
I don't know what else.
That's all man can want. Shit, bills paid and women happy. Shit.
Right. Sometimes it doesn't even take that much, bro. For real. Like, I know that's one thing I know. Like, the older I'm getting, I'm realizing that the wealth is whatever I assign it to. Yeah, don't get me wrong. When we blow up and we make it through, get all these millions of dollars of endorsement deals, yeah, I'm gonna sell out a little bit. Yeah, I might turn Republican just to protect my wealth, but
hold on, though. If you get $1 million, why the fuck you gotta sell out?
I don't know. I think isn't that the thing to do right now when you?
Nigga, fuck that. Let me get my hands on this motherfucking Powerball, nigga. They don't dare tell me shit.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like, what do you? So like,
that's not selling out though. Like, fuck you. I'm not. Like, no, I'm not. I'm talking straight, hard and cold to everybody, motherfucker. Everybody eat dick.
Hey, listen. If you're a sponsor out there, I am up for sale. If the money's right, I will. Do whatever you need to do. I'll tote the line if you need me to. What you keep? What you keep looking at me for?
I don't know this nigga. It's not my friend. I don't know who the fuck this nigga is. Motherfucker talking about I'm selling out. Yeah, but I get it. Yeah, if I get, I just know you won't be happy selling out.
Nah, I won't. You know me. I talk a big game. I think at the end of the day, it would be nice. I like to fantasize a lot. But you're right, though. I mean, part of me, there's a balance that I don't want to disrupt in my life right now, and I don't really want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I know money will be great, but just like how me and you we seen it.
Yeah, that's what
money.
I'm saying.
Money ain't gonna get you
niggas
happy.
Sell out to get the money. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't have the money then sell out. That's normally what happens.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So God damn it, these niggas missed the field goal and they got a penalty. Man, fuck.
So anyway, people, so here we are. We're Emma and 30 pieces of basement. Normally we record from different locations and everybody Skypes in or whatnot. But in this time, for some reason, this is the first time we did this, and it just seems to be a lot easier just to Skype in.
I think if we had like shout out 3 Guys On. I know they got like a little mixer set up, and that way I think it's a little bit easier. You know what I'm saying? Plug in outputs and control the shit that way. But we gonna make it happen, and hopefully we did a couple of test runs. We got the MacBook get Garage Band looking pretty and shit, so we should be all right. It just goddamn hearing myself in my ear, like when you call to a motherfucking radio station and shit.
Yeah.
Caller, could you please turn your? We get some feedback. That's what it sounds like right now.
Right, but then the reality is that it's just capturing our voices or whatnot. But and in our headphones, we're hearing each other more. But anyhow, so what's been up with you? The KC Star. What's been up with you?
You don't remember my name no more. You don't podcasting me no more.
I already kicked you out of the game. You know, this is a solo LLC. No, I'm just playing.
No, man, it's been the last time we talked. I have taken that new gig as far as like being in helping build a new EP program at a local hospital in Overland Park where I live at. So that's been good. Money's good, money's great, but it's long demanding hours and all that stuff. So that's been a big reason why I haven't been on. And also things going on in my personal life. You know, you talked about it as far as like me and Maury not being together, adjusting to that, and then I ain't gonna put that person on the spot, but then just old friend, been a friend for a long time, kind of came back into the picture, and we've been talking and chopping it up and trying to build on something, but taking our time to making sure that everything is right with as far as my kids and with Maury. So, I mean, just trying to be in a better. I mean, slowly get into a better spot. There was times like I know you were getting on, and I just be like, I want to talk, but I don't feel like talking because I'm not in the right space right now. But like I said, I'm really slowly getting back to the passion, like the podcasting, getting back to having a job that I really enjoy, and just being in a better spot as far as for my children, mentally and emotionally, and just for my friends and everybody around me. So that's what's been going on. Real talk.
Yeah, I mean, look, and I get it. Like, I mean, we've talked about it extensively on other episodes, and we talk about there's always that parity in it when we get going with the podcasting, but then for one reason or the next, just life happens, and the good thing about it is that we know about that, and we're friends. We're not just people that's trying to force this friendship or whatnot. And we can communicate and we can talk, and we have people like my brother, like my other friends, like my one of my friends, Royce Jones. We dropped the World Mental Health Day 2018. That episode, take a peep that one. That one's a little bit more of a serious one. But we have people that step in, just like Joe Jeff and James Jefferson and Anthony. We have people that step in, and they stepped in for me too. And we've been dealing with on our end. I talked to you offline, and I talked to my brother offline. There's not that we're doing financially bad. It's just there's a planning for the future that needs to take place,
right? Of course,
and that we need to make sure that we're okay with and everything. But just like how you allow me to slide here and there. Because sometimes, I'm always the one that initiates the conversation, but I feel bad because I got to pull away or when I pull out because I got to spend time. We watch a family movie, and it's like, I need to spend time with the fam because I know you're super busy now, right. So it's like I'm surprised we were even able to do this, but at the same time, it's like I know that. That there's things that have to, like the balance for me is my family life. During the weekday, I don't get to spend as much time with them as we want to because we work and commute and stuff like that, and then we go to sleep earlier. So but there's that right balance, and luckily that this is our own thing, and there's always going to be our thing, and we could work around that stuff. You know what I mean? And the other thing is I want to touch upon is we're here to podcast, and yes, we have this podcast to create a platform for others to hear us, but also for us to share what's going on in our life. And I know in one of the episodes I mentioned that, hey, let's peel back some of the layers so that, we can let the listeners come in. Maybe not, we're not going to be fully transparent or whatnot because that's going to come with time. And like you're right, though, there's things in my life that I don't want to say on the podcast, but me and you talk. And I knew that you were going to eventually come and talk, but, it has to be on your terms. And I will always respect that. And that's any of our guests too. Anybody that comes in and record with us, that's just gonna be that's gonna be the respect that's gonna be shown to you. But with having said that, I mean, I'm glad that you're finally back on. Kind of get the bug just so you've known what's been happening. Got invited to the Say Something Nice podcast. The whole crew out there, they invited me on. Hopefully, we can come on as a team, as a podcast here in the near future. But I'll let the guys at the Say Something Nice podcast kind of drive that. It kind of depends on what it is going to be reviewed, because we also want to make sure that we contribute and not take away from the episode that because they do good work, and I was able to get on with them, and Karen from the Black Guy Who Tips, shout out. She was on there, so I was really awestruck, you know what I mean? And so they were all welcoming and everything. So other than that, man, it's just, back to the grind, getting these episodes out whenever we can. And that's it, man. But other than that, I mean, we're watching football, life is happening, politics are happening. What's up? What's been on your mind lately that's been kind of itching or anything like that on you that you let's just allow a moment for you to unload on anything, on anything.
I really had nothing to unload on. I don't want to follow your long-winded thing.
Here we go with this shit.
Motherfucker never can briefly wrap up anything. You should be a politician. Motherfucker send you to Washington. What they call that shit where motherfucker just stand up in front of the Senate and got a filibuster? Nigga, you be the greatest filibuster motherfucker ever, dog. Nigga just talking, nigga. God damn. That's my nigga though. No, man, just nothing in particular, man. Just I don't know. I gotta get off. I still get on social media for news and shit. But it's like when I see that orange face motherfucker on TV. Like the other day, dog, he was on TV probably for what could be as a good reason. Just like that storm was coming through Florida, but this frumpy potato skin face motherfucker was on TV with his arms crossed, like, the storm, and just sitting there like, nigga, unfold your arms and act like you really concerned about the citizens, man. And I get it, man. He might have the best intentions as far as in that moment, but it's just seeing this motherfucker. So kind of avoiding all that shit. And you got this shit with Kanye. And I don't know, these new niggas, dog. These new niggas is like going out of their way to still defend this nigga. And then you get all these fake, phony ass, didn't finish my associate's degree deep motherfuckers. That's like, well, you need to know the real history about the Democrat Party. I'm like, nigga, tell me what the Southern strategy was. You come explain that to me and how that became the foundation and the base of the Republican Party and why they had a foothold on the South. So you explain that to me, and then we can talk about the history of the Democratic Party. And a lot of motherfuckers, some motherfucker actually came to me on Twitter, was like, this nigga had the audacity to bring up some Supreme Court ruling from 18 something, nigga. I was like, nigga, if you got to go to 18 anything, I said, motherfucker, wasn't no white folks fucking with niggas on either side of the line.
That was the precedence over 100 years ago.
But that's what
crazy,
fucks me up though. It's like I get it. The Democratic Party ain't been all 100 with black folks, brown folks. Republican Party. You know what? Old white men in power ain't never been 100 with nobody, and that's who runs both parties. So, nigga, what are you talking about? The only thing that's going real right now is the Democrats seem to be catering. I don't know if they really care, but right now they seem to be catering more to social things that mean a lot more to me, as far as like people that look like you, people that look like me, people that like your brother Brian. They seem to care a little bit more right now than the Republicans do. Until the Democrats at this current moment ain't pushing out policies separating brown people from their children. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, no, I mean,
you got me on this shit, nigga.
Yeah, see, I'm the one that goes to Washington to see the filibuster. For you, I mean, for lack of a better word,
I'm a nigga outside punching old white man in the face.
But like, you know, I know a lot of people probably think that you're a angry black man or whatnot, but you really are. You're not. You really aren't, and you bring up a lot of good points, because the thing about it is that people bring up like precedents, like said like 100 years ago, like we're supposed to remember and this and that, and it's just like stats. You know what I'm saying? I could pull up any stats to back up my argument at any point. But
no one just like this same person. Because we got into the whole thing of they were talking about the sexual assault and stuff.
Oh my god!
And then they got with this Brett Kavanaugh shit. And then they were like, well, I won't support them because this and that. And I said, you know. But the Republicans seem to be the party of rape, and not just raping women. They got a lot of motherfuckers who are Republicans raping little boys, little girls, and shit. You know what I'm saying? Their counter is, but yeah, remember that one time Bill Clinton had those sexual assault charges?
Right.
I'm like, nigga, that's your comeback?
Yeah, that's to me. I mean, it's kind of one of those things, man. Like, I try not to engage back because I know like it's pointless, because I feel like I'm wasting. I can't. I know that we talked about this, and I know that we talked about like educating people, this and that. But at the same time, and shout out to Joe Jeff. I know you talk about like, you know, we have to educate, teach one, right? But at the same time, it's like, you know, when you're not ready to receive it, you're not gonna. I'm just wasting my breath. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not really gonna understand what I'm trying to explain to you, then and you've already predetermined that you're already gonna you're setting your ways. I don't really care about explaining anything to you. And you know what? You could go eat a bag of dicks. You know, whatever the fuck you say. And that goes vice versa. That goes with people that are on the liberal side, on the Democratic side, that are stuck in their way type of shit. But then also on the Republican side, you know, if you're stuck on your ways and you ain't really trying to hear anybody else, I mean, I'm sorry. And I know you brought up the new niggas topic about Kanye West, but look, I don't you know, on our regular chat group, I always said like the thing with Kanye is that it's dangerous in what he's doing. And I'm not just talking about him. I'm talking about like all these celebrities that are put on a platform, on a pedestal, and that we for some reason they have more of an influence in what happens, just like Taylor Swift, equally, just like with Kanye West, is how dangerous he is. It's not
equally though, dog.
No. I'm saying like, you know, he has a following, and so does Taylor Swift. All of a sudden, like, they switch sides, and you know, Taylor Swift, you know, encouraged 65,000 people to register to vote or something like that. I might be off, but you know, who cares about facts, right? Mm-hmm. But with that saying, you know, the same token, Kanye can motivate or help motivate, you know, dumb people or less informed people. I won't say dumb people. That's
motherfucker
trying to be problematic and shit. But no, you know, that's that dangerous portion. It's like you're using your platform. I know you went in there for prison reform, I really don't understand.
But he didn't go for prison reform. That's his wife. Right.
And I don't really understand.
That was his wife. That's like, this nigga didn't go in there. Like, he said free Larry Hoover.
I don't really know I think the issue with me that I have is the couple things is, he keeps harping back on growing up without a father, and that Trump that Trump, he sees Trump as a father figure, and by him creating the MAGA hat, it created a cape for him to feel like a superhuman. And then this dragon energy or this man energy or you said it best, bro. You're a grown person,
fuck
bro.
That nigga. I don't want to talk about him. I don't know what to say. I just fuck him, dog.
But anyway, we're not here to defend or try to reason with him because he's off the end. Hopefully he gets the help he needs. If he doesn't, it's on him. I'm tired of making excuses for him. I'm tired of trying to make sense of what he's doing. It really doesn't. And if you're out there trying to cape for him and saying, well, this and this and that, hey, that's a battle you're going to have to fight on your own, bro. The thing with Kavanaugh, before we leave, and even Trump, 45 was surprised of how erratic he was. You got Trumpito out there surprised and shocked. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised they even allowed him to get that close to him without being shot. To be honest, the Secret Service, shoot. You see how close he got to the president?
Yeah, but they don't see that nigga as no threat.
But then, so with the Kavanaugh stuff, yeah. So we ain't been on together. So, what's your take on the whole, like how? I mean, I know you're not shocked, but what's your overall assessment of it, or how do you feel about all of that? Just to get it on record, bunch of white men defending a white dude, but there was also like, it's just men just defend. It's like, not just white people defending whiteness, and that's what it came down to. So you had all these white women also out there talking about, well, that could be my son. Like, well, don't raise no old fuck ass rapey ass nigga. That's true, cause we've both been obviously in our teenagers. We've both gone to parties. We've both done our dirt when we were younger.
Yeah, but
I'm pretty sure. Hold on, but I'm pretty sure. No, I am confident enough to the point to say, I know you didn't rape anybody when in your high school days when you.
I haven't raped anybody in this lifetime. I have never taken anybody to no bedroom, to no behind no trash cans, to anywhere. Put my hands over them, forced them into having relations with me. Motherfuckers say no. Motherfuckers say no.
Right, and
I've been a firm believer. I'm not an ugly dude. I ain't no model. I ain't no ugly dude. And if you don't want me, somebody will want me.
Right.
And it's like, I don't just all that defense of that shit, man. It's just like goes into this like, do whatever to make white men feel comfortable, and in turn, white men do whatever to make whiteness comfortable. And that's always been the drive and the dynamic here in America, man. It's just this. I mean, could you? I mean, he's literally sitting there at his job interview, screaming and yelling like a fucking child.
Right.
I mean, that was his job interview, right? That right there is your job interview. And I like beer. I work so hard. Bro, it's like.
Right.
You seem for a man that's supposed to be sitting on the highest court in the land, who's supposed to be nonpartisan, who's supposed to be able to be wise and do all these things and push forth these laws and rules to help further our society and make it more just. From what I've seen, you don't seem fit or able to handle the stress of that.
Right, for the position as high as that is, and the influence, the impact that you're gonna have on everybody's everyday life, for one, and the decisions that you have to make on judgment calls. Your character's flawed. He became unhinged. So yeah, I mean, there's I believe that. Look, and I think the state of Maryland is going. I have to confirm this. I think the state of Maryland is still going to investigate the sexual assault or allegations or whatnot, because there is no
oh shit, nigga, my bad. It's 10-13, nigga.
There is no statute of limitation in the state of Maryland, so they already said they're going to look into it. So we could we are going to have a Supreme Court justice that's overseeing and giving the decisions on critical cases, and giving his opinion and making decisions while also being investigated. Well, potential crimes. So, that's the perception right there. you just don't care. On many levels, you don't care about what women want or how they feel.
But they proved this a long time ago. If they didn't get that old dusty ass nigga Clarence Thomas up out the motherfucking paint, you think they'll get that white boy out the paint?
No,
nigga, I knew that he was going to get nominated. Clarence Thomas, lazy, dusty ass. They ain't do shit to him. And then his fucking after all this Kavanaugh shit, his dusty ass wife had the nerve to ask Anita Hill for an apology.
Who did?
Terrence, Justice Thomas's wife.
Wait, after the Kavanaugh or during the Kavanaugh?
Around all this shit came out. You know, of course they revisited Anita Hill shit and all the Clarence Thomas shit. And I guess I don't know exactly how it came to be. If they were just doing an interview with her, and she's like, "Yeah, I feel that Anita Hill owes my husband and my family an apology."
That's bullshit.
And then, but then like during that, it wasn't a trial. It was, I know people were like, it's not a trial. It was a committee, which is not. There's really no legal ramifications to lying in front of that committee.
Right, because you're not under oath.
No, a lot of people don't realize that shit. That's so when you see people on Facebook and Twitter talking about, well, he lied under oath, and it's like, no, he just lied to a committee of old white men.
Right. I mean, I know he did swear in, but at the same time, it's just a hearing. There's really no legal ramifications. Right.
But like motherfuckers were even saying, I know if you listen, a lot of podcasts, a lot of people on Twitter have been saying it, and I was saying too, it's like these motherfuckers that say, yeah, we believe her. I believe she was assaulted. I believe something happened that night. I believe everything she said, but this one thing. You can't have it both ways, motherfucker.
Bro, I am glad you said that because I'm glad you said that. And see, this is why I know you're a sensible man, and it doesn't take much to be, and you're reasonable. I didn't understand that whole thing. How can you, in one side, say you believe that something happened to her, this and that? You said you believe her, regardless of, you just don't believe who it was that did it.
It just happens to be, I don't believe the guy that we want to be a justice. And hey, just women out there, I feel sorry for your ovaries, because all your reproductive rights, them motherfuckers about to go out the window.
Yeah.
You might be able to get some birth control from China.
What's the senator from South Carolina?
I don't know.
The one that was
racist old white man. I don't know.
Lindsey Graham. Oh man, hey, South Carolina,
that
bro. You seen it?
Jaw, chinless motherfucker.
I talked to Joe Jeff about this. I seriously do believe that the Trump administration has something on Lindsey Graham. Because to do a 180 on Trump and Trumpito and all his dealings.
But we talked about this before on the podcast. Like it, love it, or hate it. Once they get their man, or once the person has been decided, even though they may not fuck with him, but once it has been decided that this is the nigga that's going to be the quarterback for the team, them niggas fall in line.
Well,
that's the one thing, like, yeah. I mean, like it, hate it or love it about the Republicans. Once the consensus is this nigga's gonna be our nigga,
right?
They fall in line.
Yeah, we're seeing that right now. I mean, it's right in front of you, and people of South Carolina. I mean, I hear a lot of this, like, there's a lot of people out there making a lot of noise that they don't agree with all this was happening. Hey, guess what? In a couple of weeks, you'll have the opportunity to get a lot of these people and flip them and get them out of the office. The midterms, we always harp on the midterms. By the time the presidency comes and then you start voting for the presidency, it's always too late. You have to get them here at ground level and even in the midterms. Because these are the people that are the ones that ultimately are backing the party or in this case, Trumpito. Because they're his party. So let's get these people out. Hopefully, let's rock the vote, go out and vote, do what you need to do, whatever endorsement, whatever ad you need to follow, go out there and vote. Yeah, it makes a difference, man.
But the thing is, yeah, we're gonna lose these citizens, but the Democrats are always playing such a step behind, dog. These motherfuckers just bent the knee, dog, when it came to Obama trying to get a justice on that court.
Garland, yeah.
They bent the knee, dog. They kissed the ring. You see what the public did. We don't give a fuck if Trump come out this motherfucker wearing a Putin shirt.
Yeah.
We don't care what investigation. We pushing our guy through. Fuck you. Y'all should have did it when y'all had a chance.
No, that's...
And Obama told everybody, man, there's so... Fuck the White House. He tried to tell y'all, fuck the White House. There's so much more at stake. Look how conservative and fucked up our Supreme Court is going to be for how long? At least the next 20, 30 years.
Yeah, at least a generation and even more than a generation because, I mean, yeah, they're lifetime appointments and unless somebody... I mean, and I heard supposedly Trump, in this first term, there's a potential of him maybe being able to appoint one more and hopefully that either the House or the Senate or both flip to the point that they can stop that because
and that's our only hope is that the House flips.
Yeah, I mean, well, you know, the Senate really. But
the
Senate, but yeah, but at least so whatever needs to happen, this green wave, this blue wave, or whatever, you know, because here in the state of Kansas we have Cobalt that's running and he's no better. But like I said, I mean, the people that I talk to, there's already a growing frustration. I know I don't really trust polls because the polls said that Hillary won, but then we here with 45.
I don't trust none of these niggas because you can't find a motherfucker in person.
Yeah,
that say they vote for Trump. Now that's a lot of niggas on social media with them question mark Abbeys that say they vote for Trump, but for some odd reason, I don't know nobody that voted for Trump.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because I know they claim to be voicers, but you're right. I
them niggas really go in that booth.
Yeah,
and they push that button.
Yeah,
it say fuck Roger and anybody that look like him.
Right. Nah, and then what's up? So yeah, that whole Kavanaugh thing, man. Like, you know, it's a, and then to add insult to injury. Then you have Melania Trump coming in Africa saying, and I'm paraphrasing, saying that these women that have allegations need to have evidence. I understood what she meant. It's still wrong, dog. It's still wrong for what you're saying. But you don't want them.
But what would the evidence be?
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like you
especially talking about this ain't like motherfucker recorded that shit. And there's a recording somewhere. The evidence is, and that's why it's called an allegation.
Right.
That's why it's called a fucking allegation. So I need to have proof of my allegation? The fuck sense does that make?
No, it doesn't make any sense at all. So, and then for her to say something to be, and that's at the level she's at, regardless of how you may feel about her, she's, you know, robbing speeches and campaigns and
she's
this
just
and that.
a not shit person.
And she is, dog. She is a not shit person. And how are you gonna tell women to be? And I think that's the message that's coming out of this. Is like, yo, shut up and know your place. You know, I'm like, we've come too far to tell women to just be quiet and let this happen, especially in this Me Too moment that we're in right now as well. That's the wrong messaging. And then fuck her for wearing what a Nazi wore while she visited
She's like a motherfucking Indiana Jones villain, nigga.
Man. But anyway, you know, we could always do several talks about what's going on in the political world. But hopefully, you know, November's coming. Got a couple more weeks. Hopefully, you know, this thing flips. And come January, the articles of impeachment are introduced. And hopefully everybody gets hung, to be honest. Like, hopefully all of them. And you already saw Nikki Haley, the ambassador to the UN. She, all of a sudden, just decided to take, quote unquote, time off or time away because she's been working so hard.
No,
but yet,
they laughed at?
No, well, that too. But there's already allegations that she's taken private jets from offers from from like boosters, not boosters, but people that donate or whatnot to the campaign or conservative groups or whatever. That provide a lot of the funding for conservative groups. So that's about to come out. I saw, in the next couple of days or a couple of weeks, you'll see a lot more coming out for her. But again, though, I mean, this goes to show you that, and they're gonna throw her under the bus. You know what I mean? They're gonna, she's gonna be the scapegoat for a lot of the things. So, but we'll see what happens. I know you're like somewhat distracted. And you're watching.
Man, they had this bullshit talking call, dog. I didn't get rid of that shit, dog.
Go ahead, tell us. Give us a little play-by-play. This is the Nicaraguan.
I ain't been watching. I just turn around once in a while, man. Just like this motherfucker they kicked our one of our top safeties out of the game for a targeting call. It's like, I don't know, bro. I think I have noticed about the SEC, man. Like that cream of the crop, the cash cows, like Georgia now, especially Alabama. If it's a close game, man, the referees don't help out.
What? What did you just say?
If it's a close game, the referees are gonna help out.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna protect the cash cow all the time.
Well, we already know because look at that touchdown that was negated for the State against Miami, and that gave them the Canes the victory. I mean, it was they said it was a lateral pass, and then it was a lateral pass to the wide receiver, and the wide receiver threw it downfield into the touchdown. It was a touchdown. It wasn't behind. It was behind the play actually, but the referee said that they called the penalty because it was a forward pass, and you can't do a second forward pass, obviously. So, needless to say, the Canes won, well-earned victory, but it cost us. So, wow, bro, Alabama has a passing game, bro.
Yeah, but we hanging with them, man. And think about it, that fucking targeted penalty, it would have been fucking 3rd and 9. Now instead, it was first down or whatever inside the 20.
But here's the thing though. Okay, so Alabama got a passing. He's Nick Saban already has a quarterback.
Real, they nice. We gonna still lose today, but the referee's like, wait a minute, it's 10-13. People did not tune in to ESPN to see this.
So what about So what do you think? What do you think this quarterback, this young man, is gonna? I don't know if he's gonna materialize well in the NFL. I don't know. He's got the tools.
All I know is Alabama has great running backs and quarterbacks who pick up a lot of yards here and there, who really don't go on to be great NFL running backs or quarterbacks.
Yeah, you're right. I think what what's the receiver from Atlanta? The
Julio.
Julio Jones is. I know there's another receiver. I think he plays with the Raiders. I think
he plays for the Raiders. He's good too though. But he got Carr's old eyeliner wearing ass. Fucking trash ass.
Oh, you talking about Carr?
Yeah. Who is he talking about? He's tough to cover too. But I mean, no, that. But like I said, they're running backs and quarterbacks. It's weird because they're receivers who go high in the draft tend to do pretty well.
And you got Clinton Dix, and you got a couple DBs.
All
too.
those players suck.
Who?
Who is this?
Who suck?
Are we getting tapped?
All those championship teams that Alabama.
Julio Jones sucks?
No, Julio Jones is good, of course. Amari Cooper, decent.
Yeah.
That's about it. They really don't produce NFL players, man. I mean, they've been winning a lot of rings, but
that's what I was saying. Especially like their running backs, because they're usually such a heavy running back team. Their running backs and their quarterbacks just really don't fare well in the NFL.
I wonder what their other players do, linemen, because they put out pretty good defense linebackers.
Yeah, but
and O linemen.
I had to look that up. That's one of the things that doesn't really get. They usually just follow the running back. Usually they have a running back that has 8 billion fucking yards.
Yeah.
In the first half of the season, and they go to the NFL, and them niggas is averaging fucking 0.2 yards a fucking carry.
Yeah, tell me about it, bro.
Even their Heisman winner, Mark Ingram.
Yeah.
Nowhere to be found.
Yeah, where is he? Is he the Saints?
He's the Saints though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that boy, what's his name? Kamara, where the fuck? He balling the fuck out.
And what's the other? The Jacksonville has one too, don't they? Jacksonville have another running back from Alabama.
He's from LSU.
No, not Fournette. The other one. Remember that Alabama?
T.J. Yeldon.
Yeldon, there you go. Remember it was Yeldon?
Yeah.
So,
He did pretty good
He's
against
actually
Kansas City,
pretty
but that's Kansas City's defense, though. Them niggas can't tackle nothing.
all right, so since we touched the subject, I thought to me and my brother and my best friend, one of my oldest best friend, we talked about this. So what you got to say about Mr. Mahomes? Ooh,
This nigga just put the ball on the ground.
bro, there was the one red helmet in a sea of yellow.
Lemon booty, nigga.
All right, now.
He gets that lemon booty. Tight game. This nigga could be playing motherfucking Norfolk State Commonwealth. If it's a tight game, he getting that lemon booty.
Well, there it is, folks.
Look
Lemon.
at this nigga. What are you doing,
What,
nigga?
he just gave it
Grab
to
the ball.
He just threw it to him, bro. Oh man. Anyhow, so what you got to say about Mr. Mahomes? What's your thoughts? You're a Kansas City Chiefs fan way longer than I have been.
I wish we had more people that listen to the show, because I say I told you niggas we'd be fine.
After what? After
No,
drafting him or after letting go of Alex Smith?
Alex Smith.
Okay.
I will find a Facebook post, nigga. I'm on paper saying social media like, oh, nigga, we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Well, go ahead.
What my boy over on the Skip Bayless show? That's the problem. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Alex Smith wasn't trash. He's a guy that's going to win games for you and possibly not do enough damage that you'll get to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? But I think with Mahomes, we have a guy. Yeah, he's gonna make some more. He's gonna make more mistakes. He don't have interceptions. That's fine. But nigga got 16 touchdowns for it. 2 interceptions. I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? But I think he's a guy that's going to try and make the passes that a quarterback has to make to win playoff games. To get you to that next level. Do I think we're going to Super Bowl and shit this year? No. I told everyone we're possibly going to get to the playoffs this game. But my only reason why I said not for sure was because we have the same shitty defensive coordinator.
Right.
Our defensive backfield took a hit by letting Peters go, and we've done nothing to improve that. And like our only good players were Ford and Houston, and Houston got hurt.
And so what happened? Why did they let Peters go? Was it because they didn't want to pay him?
Because we have a base that just don't like loud niggas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this has been a real Chief Talk moment with.
But we'll be fine. We'll be fine. And then it's just not even. But it's just not Mahomes though. We pretty much have the same offense that we had with
Alex
Smith. Who do we besides Sammy Watkins? Who else did we add?
Kelsey. Because in the playoff game, say what you say.
Kelsey been here for what, 3 years?
True.
I'm saying we haven't added another piece really.
Right, yeah.
Besides Sammy Watkins, who really ain't started balling to the last game and a half.
Yeah. I agree with you on that.
So we had the same players, but look at the numbers and the stats we putting up just by the one really big variable is Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. Same motherfucking offensive line. Same motherfucking running back that they had last year.
Yeah, two running backs.
On top of that, we getting more touchdowns in NFL's leading running back for last year. Yeah, is getting way less touches.
Well, I think it was like a receiver didn't have a touchdown last year. I think until like week 7 or 8 something like that.
And don't forget the previous year he didn't throw a touchdown at all.
To a receiver.
2 years ago.
To a receiver.
Yeah, we had. I don't think he had a passing touchdown.
I don't know. I know last year. The year before last, they always made a big deal of.
Well, not last year. I'm talking about the year before last year. My bad.
Yeah, because it was like because it was either usually going to a tight end or to a running back was either running it in or getting the pass. So, but yeah, man. I mean, you're more. I don't really speak on. I try to not speak on things that I don't know much about, and the Chiefs I don't really know much about because truth be told, I don't really watch NFL for the last couple of years, and it's not because of the Kaepernick thing. I mean, yes, I am supportive of him and all and what he's doing, but the truth be told, I'm more of a college guy, and really more of a Florida State guy, and even like any exciting games I'll watch. You know what I'm saying? But NFL has really been just more. I don't really have a team that I root for. Fantasy football did it for me for a while because you're paying attention to what the player's doing versus what the actual team is doing, regardless of whether they win or lose. But other than that, I mean, you're the expert. I know you're Kansas City born and raised, and you've always been a diehard Chiefs fan, whether it be on the positive or on the negative. You've always been real. You give them good critiques, constructive criticism, and also destructive criticism or whatnot. You know what I mean? Right. So, and you and your friends that were on the timeline, but I know I joke. I put it on the messenger, on the group messenger, and I say, hey, I was like, is Mahomes getting lighter? Is his skin getting lighter with every pass that he completes? And then all of a sudden, like, I don't know if it was an interception or a missed pass or just like a decision that didn't cost a turnover, and then I think James
he did have one of he
said, "Oh, he just became a nigga."
He threw them two interceptions. They're like, "Oh, this nigga." They said like, "This old Toby ass nigga, he just came a nigga right there." But that's America for you though, man. That's that crazy shit with America, man. It's like when Tiger Woods was balling, when Barack Obama first was on that stage when he was getting inaugurated. He's not black. He's mixed biracial. Right. And I get all that. Like I got this. I said, look, lady, I get what you're saying, but all I'm gonna do is tell you, Barack Obama identifies as a black man. That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what I identify with. So you take all your facts and you goddamn whatever that. I'm about to say Linden Tree. That'd be the tank. What's the one when you fucking send? You sending your DNA, nigga? I almost said Linden Tree, nigga. God damn. But nah, nigga. I
know what you're talking about. Hey, we ain't gonna talk about tanks here. Yeah, I, for one, am not gonna call you on them tanks.
Shit. But nah, but like with America, it's like you are the most like if you got like any inkling of an outward expression of anything but blackness, and you're doing great, you're not allowed to be black. Well, but once you start fucking up. Oh, that nigga.
Well, even the CBS broadcast, I was watching the pregame and whatnot. They were already calling him the Stephen Curry of the NFL. Right. And I'm like, how else am I supposed to take that? You know what I mean?
Both Stephen Curry's parents are black. Yeah. He just light skinned.
He just light skinned. Yeah. So I'm like, so what is he gonna be when he stops fucking up? You know?
Because the thing, but you always have to compare. But that's what's funny though, because you always have to compare blackness to other blackness, right? Because me and you look at him, you watch him play. Who does he remind you of?
Brett Favre.
Brett, motherfucker. I said that to a nigga at work. He's like, well, hold on now. I'm like, nigga, Brett Favre was throwing picks left and right. I mean, I said picks. It was interceptions left and right. I said, one of my favorite receivers, not Sterling Sharp, but his brother,
Shannon.
Well, Shannon's the one that's good. Yeah, so Sterling Sharp. Yes, you're right. I was right. I was second guessing myself. He got him fucked up. Threw that ball out in coverage, got that nigga's neck fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's so funny. Like you always have to compare blackness to blackness, right? And they never say like Johnny Manziel. He reminds me more of some like a black quarterback that's just running around and doing shit. Like he'll be in comparison to me like a Watson or a fucking the backup for Baltimore, black quarterback from Louisville, Jackson.
You know
Lamar Jackson. But they were never like compare a white quarterback who was like they beloved and they really wanted to do well, even though you saw the shit writing on the wall like this nigga ain't gonna do shit in the NFL.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's always like if you were to say that motherfucker he's like a goddamn Jamarcus Russell. Oh, now hold a minute. There's no way. I'm like, yeah, I thought he was gonna do well.
I said he's the new Kaepernick.
Who?
Oh, inflammatory
Mahomes.
comment.
Who? Mahomes?
In 3, 2,
Yeah, because
1.
you can't compare him to Deshaun Watson.
No.
Oh,
I was saying
my
that
God.
not Mahomes. I was saying like you would like a lot, especially like a lot of white people who watch NFL. They very rarely compare a shitty white quarterback to a shitty black quarterback.
I like the comparison to Brett Favre, but I think he has better legs, like as far as running.
But he don't. He runs the pass like
Mahomes.
Brett Favre did. He runs like before Big Ben stopped raping women and got real fat. He runs he runs the pass. That's why I said that's what even like a young Steve Young. Well, yeah, I'm gonna run.
Nah, not Steve Young, though.
Nigga, why not?
I wouldn't compare him to Steve Young, bro.
Why not?
I don't know. I'm just biased.
I
really
hate
have
to
no
see
reason.
Steve
He
Young
got
play.
he got a better arm than Steve Young. So you're right. I shouldn't compare him to shitty arm Steve Young.
I like Steve
who
Young,
can throw
so
8-yard outs, motherfucker.
I guess, dog. I don't know. Steve Young was elusive.
But
He was
he's
at the
elusive too.
tangibles.
If you, cause like somebody in one chat group was like, well, he's gonna get hurt with all that running. I'm like, but he doesn't get hit. He runs to extend the play and he gets rid of the ball.
Right.
Whenever you see him on the ground, it's because somebody may have pushed him down or he stayed in the pocket and got hit, which may be a detriment to him because sometimes I think he holds onto the ball too long.
Or he slides and he gives up on the play. You know what I mean?
Because like that, if you watch that the Texans-Houston game against Dallas, you saw Watson, who was a running quarterback, who was putting his head down, getting fucked up, trying to get a yard.
Yeah, that's true. Nah, but okay, so like...
My bad, Brian. Let me cut you off. What was
Go ahead,
your point,
Brian.
bro? My bad.
Brian, what were you saying about Mahomes in comparison to Joe Montana?
I can't, though. I didn't watch those guys play. I barely got to watch Brett Favre play. But I remember Brett Favre.
Yeah, but you got to see like old fucked up Brett Favre.
Yeah. But I don't know. So Mahomes is like short, or I thought he was tall.
He's like
No, we're not talking about physique. We're talking about style,
Attributes.
playing style.
He might be talking 6'3".
Who? Brett Favre?
Mahomes.
I don't know what it looked it up. I mean,
I
shit,
guess
what-
That's why I
GTS,
compared him to
man.
Kaepernick.
GTS.
Well, Kaepernick was like what, 6'3", 6'4"?
Kaepernick is tall.
But see, Kaepernick wasn't
Kaepernick had
all.
an arm,
Well, Kaepernick, he has a strong arm. It's just not very accurate.
He's not accurate.
Because he was playing Nevada and he lit up teams that he needed to light up, but he didn't show up with like big games. You know what I'm saying?
Well, then look, bro. Since it has to be compared to
6'3",
a player of the same
6'3",
race,
230
I'm gonna
what they
just
got
say
him at.
Randall Cunningham.
Ooh, look at this pass.
Oh, I give you that.
And I never seen him play, bro. I just know.
Like
He's
Randall
gonna have
Cunningham
the
before he
same
got his
effect.
knee fucked
He's
up,
gonna
he
come
was
in and
something to
affect
watch.
it.
But even then, with his knee fucked up, I think he became a better overall quarterback because even though he would still run to escape and he was still faster than a lot of other like D linemen on the field, even with a bad knee, he's like, I'm not going to run unless I have to. And his arm got better, his accuracy got better too. Look at this shit.
But
man.
I like Kansas City, man. Look, they manhandled the Jaguars.
Yeah, they did, but that's still.
And
Blake
then
Bortles out there.
the Patriots got manhandled by the Jaguars.
Right.
And the Kansas City Chiefs play the Patriots this week. I'm predicting a win, and the Chiefs will remain undefeated. And then after next week, everybody starts jumping on the bandwagon even more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
After
but
next
you
week.
know that's people are gonna do that. But hey, just as
Tomorrow.
they're jumping on the bandwagon, please believe that those articles tearing that man down, they're
Who?
Mahomes. the articles tearing him down. You know, they're
Nobody
right
really
there.
tear
They're
him
really-
down though. I think there was a doubt,
I'm just saying. I feel like
especially from a franchise. Goddamn, I stopped drinking. A franchise that hadn't really drafted a quarterback in like 20-some odd fucking years.
yeah.
So I think I like this. Like Andy Reid kind of reminds me of who's our old coach, Herm Edwards.
Herm Edwards.
Where he's like a great judge of talent.
Right.
He drafts well, but the decision making on the field sometimes, it leaves a lot to be desired, and it worries me.
Yeah, just like that one interception that old boy threw. The next play was a conservative play call. I think the next two plays were conservative.
I think you got to do that because you worry because it's a young quarterback, a young quarterback who is people already know he's kind of that gunslinger mentality.
Right.
So we got, hey man, don't try to throw the ball 50 yards down the fucking field in double coverage in a tight window.
But at the same time, like I guess I'm still reserving any real judgment on him because you're right. I mean, I know that he's good. His trajectory is on the up and up, and he's going to continue that. But he's going to have like a down game. And really, some people were saying that this Jaguars game was a down game because I think he only had like one or two passing touchdowns.
I don't think he threw for any touchdowns
or something like that.
He threw me touchdown. He ran for one. Defense, I think, got one, and then Hunt got a touchdown, and then we had 3 field goals.
So if this is like his version,
But he still threw
of
for
a down,
like he threw for 300 plus yards though.
So I mean, if we're just gonna judge him by like pure, touchdown throwing passes, and I mean he had a decent game, but I mean, unfortunately,
but the thing is though, he led a team against the defense that had never allowed but then they allowed like 6 points or maybe no points in the first half up until that point in time in the season.
yeah, I'd have to take your word for it.
No, I'll look it up.
No, because I mean, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I haven't, but they are the number one defense. They're a stingy defense, and he picked them apart.
And I don't know. Go ahead. And I don't know but to me the biggest thing is the way our defense has played the last 2 games. You look at that. That's been the biggest surprise for me.
What do you mean?
Once again, it's Blake Bortles. So I like everything with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? But still, though, I think they scored a touchdown or maybe 2 touchdowns in the last, or 3 touchdowns maybe in the last 2 games. Accounted for I forget how many turnovers. Just something they weren't doing those first 3 games.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? So they became like the thing I hate about Bob Sutton is like he is a very much bend but don't break type of mentality, and his defenses are very opportunistic where they have to get turnovers because they're not going to stop anybody. You know what I'm saying? Niggas,
right.
you gonna get buckets or points or whatever analogy you want to use.
Yeah.
But anyhow, okay, so
Hey, you guys still got Eric Berry on the defense?
yeah, but
Yeah,
I think he's nursing an injury or he's out for the year or
I think
something.
his ankle's fucked up still.
Okay,
And then we lost Houston. So we got D Ford out there, the only motherfucker that's tackling anybody.
when did Houston go down?
I think somewhere middle of last game.
Okay, so all right. So it wasn't like a preseason injury or anything like that.
No. Well, he got hurt the previous game against Denver.
Okay,
and so he got hurt, he got injured, and he was playing. I think he just re-aggravated that injury from the previous week.
So who do they play tomorrow? Or because this is Saturday. Bro. Who?
Patriots. Sunday
Where
night.
at? Over there?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your score line? What you think?
It's tough, though. It's hard. It's
hard
to go against Bill Belichick in the middle of the season at Foxborough, bro.
With all this game tape already on.
All this game tape, and then game tape on that, and then seeing that our defense can't tackle for shit, dog. We
right.
Tom Brady might pass the ball 20 times. They just gonna run us to fucking death or do little quick little dump offs because we can't tackle nobody, nigga. There's no need, and then our safeties and defensive backs are gonna come up to try to cover that shit, and then Grant gonna run down the field for a 50-yard touchdown. We ain't got nobody to cover that nigga.
Who, Gronk?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think most teams in the NFL
But
don't have
a
anybody.
even shittier defense than most teams trying to cover that Neanderthal, man.
Oh, he's a big man child though, for real.
Man child. I know that nigga be laughing like a motherfucker when he run down the field. I know that nigga be,
And the thing about it, he loves to block. He
likes to hit. He's the true definition of a fucking meathead. He likes to hit people.
We don't like to be problematic over here, but he really is though. He really is a big.
He's a
big
meathead. It's
I mean-
okay. He's a meathead.
But yeah. But I mean, so here you have it, folks. The Chiefs by 24 over the New England Patriots.
Over by 24? I don't know about that.
Maybe like
A humble
12.
21.
I'm gonna say
Over under 2 touchdowns.
It doesn't matter how they win. They're gonna win.
I think the Chiefs are
The
gonna
Chiefs.
win. But
So okay, everybody here, us three, we say a win, right? Okay, over
I'm
under
saying,
over
I know
under
for
2
a fact
touchdowns.
The Chiefs are gonna get a big play on special teams.
All right, over under 6 points.
Nah, the Patriots are the favorite.
No, I'm just saying though. I think they win by more than 6 points. The Chiefs do.
Nah.
You think it's that close?
I think, yeah, dog. Bill Belichick at Foxborough, middle of the season. Young quarterback.
And it's Sunday night, right?
Young quarterback.
Is there bad weather out there? Raining? Cold?
It could be 2 scoops of raisin sun. That motherfucker, dog. It's still Foxborough, middle of the motherfucking season. Bill Belichick, dog.
What do you think? What do you think, Logan? Brian?
I just know they're gonna. I just feel like they're gonna win.
I
Well, we already
appreciate it,
got
Brian.
that. We got the
I
win.
appreciate it.
Yeah, we got 3 W's. But, you know, go out there and put yourself out on the limb, bro.
I know.
Yeah,
I'ma
6
go-
points,
I'ma-
more than
I'ma
6
go
points
out
or
there
under
and
6
say,
points?
This is the game
Yeah,
that
right
Tom
back.
Brady gets hurt. Goddamn.
This is the game that Tom Brady gets hurt?
Nah. He might. I don't know. Them niggas, that defensive line has been acting a fool.
Yeah, we finna miss
105. The quarter of the AM, nigga. I don't know.
Shit.
Shit.
Anyhow, so like I said, I mean, I you know, so you got the Chiefs, so that's something to look forward to. Maybe we get on sometime this week. Maybe kind of recap, do like a little 10-15 minute recap of what you got, what you saw, and how you feel going forward in the season or whatever. But anyhow, so we covered a lot. I don't know what else really. Anything else that's like pertinent in your mind or? Oh yeah, so sexual harassment, sexual rape, all that with women. Hey, we gotta do better.
You said sexual rape, nigga.
Sexual rape, all that
What's the
stuff,
fucking sexual
harassment.
rape?
Just don't do it. Sexual rape, yeah.
Rape.
All right, bro. I mean, damn, already. Shit.
Sexual rape, nigga.
Well, welcome back. Welcome back, Stork. Welcome back. Thank you for
I'm here
joining
now.
us.
Here to keep your
Yeah.
ass right, nigga.
I know, right? We're gonna do big things over here.
That's crazy. I mean, I won't get into specifics, man. But yes, the tweet, man. Somebody that I tweeted out about a friend, man, that was talking to me about something that happened to her at a point in her life, man. And it's just we gotta do better when it comes to that, especially men. I understand there are men who get raped also, but when we look at a lot of these cases, most of the cases are men raping women. More importantly, a lot of it is niggas who know the woman who are raping these women. And if you know a motherfucker like that, man, we just gotta do better, man. We gotta hold niggas accountable. If I had any idea or inclination that Frank was out here raping women, force women to do shit like that, not only would I fuck him up, but I just want to fuck with him no more to that. And I would expect the same.
Just for the record, I'm not out here.
Yeah,
I never was, never will be.
No, he has not. But I just said I don't want to get into specifics.
Right.
Because somebody who told me this information and it's something that she had never shared with anybody before, and it was just like I'm sitting there like, Oh wow! I never would have. And I think also it's just what happened and the way it happened and the way it went down. I mean, it's a really fucked up situation, but it's just it's more of what happened and how it happened. You know, what I get into specifics is somebody in that group of men should have held someone accountable.
Right.
Someone should have said, "What in the fuck are we doing?"
Right. I agree with you. I think for me, there's a lot. I mean, because I've had dealings with people that that have been open about it and this and that. And it's one of those things that it shouldn't, the way men are, in general, the way women are treated by men and vice versa, and because men do get raped too as well. Just the way we are overall in general, I mean, it shouldn't surprise me, but it really does. I mean, because it never gets, and I hope to never become numb to it, to somebody telling me that that's what that. That way I don't lose the anger, the frustration, that I would feel towards the people doing it. Now, the thing with that, just like how, and this is why this Brett Kavanaugh thing, I think, kind of really hits close to home with me and how I feel about it is because, yeah, just in the world, let's say it was just allegations or whatever, right, on him, and he really didn't do anything, but the fact that Dr. Ford, it took Dr. Ford all this, and she had everything to risk to come out and speak on it. Yes, she's been dealing with it for the better half of 30-some odd years. But for 30 years, she's been dealing with it, coping with it. And that's just not fucking fair, man. We talk about mental health. We talk about me dealing with PTSD. Bro, like, I don't want to deal with that. And I think for me, that's where a lot of the pain and frustration and anger really comes from. It's like, where are we at that we can't talk about this stuff when it happens or when it occurs. Right. You know what I mean? And that's why, when Melania came out saying that they need to be quiet or provide proof, sometimes there is no proof. You know what I mean? Huh. Sometimes it's a person's word. You know what I mean? Because 9 out of 10 times, if somebody gets raped or whatever, they're gonna go into the emergency room and they do whatever testing they need to be done to.
Not a lot of times that doesn't happen. And that's the problem. It doesn't happen because of the stigma and the fear. With this person I'm talking about, none of that happened.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I know people are like, well, how you know she's telling the truth? How you know this and that? I'm like, she has nothing to gain and everything to lose by telling me this.
Well, it's the whole argument with Dr. Ford. I don't know that lady.
Yeah.
I've never met that lady before.
But I'm saying, but I know this person.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I know this person. I know this person for a long time, and it's like,
and I believe.
And the way it came out, it's like one of them things where it's like, she didn't have to tell me. I could have been just like everybody else in her life that she never. She's gonna be what, 40? Yeah, it would be 40 this year. So I could have been. And so you're talking about 20-some years. This has happened, and we're just having a conversation. And I think I asked a question that kind of like, because you never know.
You never know.
It
right.
hit a nerve. And before I know it, we're talking about this, and I'm like, for someone to say, well, she could be lying. It's like, she doesn't want any repercussions. She doesn't want me to do anything to these people. She doesn't want anything to be done to these people. She's like, that happened. And she's like, this is the first time I've ever put a label to it to say that I was raped. Because there was a part of me that said, maybe I deserved it. Maybe I, and it's like, I don't want to get into specifics because
right. We don't have to get into specifics.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where it's like she doesn't get any more footing in my life by lying about this.
No, you understand how you're feeling right now, just trying to explain what happened, and you're trying to explain how you feel about it, and it ain't even happened to you.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
So I'm sitting here,
and I still believe you.
Yeah, I'm sitting with this pain on her. She has this pain on her face. We're talking about this. I'm just like. But it's like we're talking about it, and she's kind of like, dancing around the word, like the situation, this
Right.
happened. I'm like, everything you're saying sounds like you were right. Maybe you don't feel you were. Maybe whatever. She's like, yeah, that's what happened. But I've never wanted to say that or put a word to it because it's something I never wanted to think about. But
Right.
I think what even more what happened was because she was all this Brett Kavanaugh shit.
Right.
Brought a lot of those words and about those thoughts and those feelings up, and that's how we kind of got to that. Hey, Tito's.
Yeah.
That's right. He got it.
Oh.
But yeah, man. I won't get that too far down that.
But nah,
Yeah,
but
we just got to be better, and we got to hold each other accountable.
no, but I mean, I know we don't have to talk. We don't have to know about specific to talk about how we feel or how it makes us feel. Because if we're even if and I don't need to that's the thing. I don't need the specifics to understand that just the story that was told to you affects you and how it's feeling you. It's like that. I could feel it. Like I don't. It's just like with Dr. Ford. I've never met this lady. Yeah. I don't have a personal relationship, but I believe her story.
Yeah.
I believe her. There's no and okay. I know I don't know Brett Kavanaugh neither, but I know if it walks like a duck and it looks like a duck and it smells like a duck, but 2 out of 3 gives me you're a duck, bro. Like I mean, you have the need to quote unquote keep these calendars. Mm-hmm. That you happen to that place you in certain places at certain times.
The calendar it was so specific, but it never talked about all the beer he was drinking. And all
right, and then you talk about there was boofing. Is it boofing? Something about boofing, but the way he explained what boofing is not.
I didn't know basically but like in the black community, boofing was niggas that smoke crack. So I heard she said boofing, I was like,
no, but they were
crack?
boofing. They were talking about boofing, putting
but
alcohol.
You heard back in the 80s, 90s, niggas say you a boofer, nigga. You boofing. This niggas was smoking crack.
Right. But in this case, and I can't believe no one really caught on that is the fact that they were like to get fucked up a little bit more.
Yeah,
they were putting alcohol.
Like
putting that.
They putting the
vodka
and shit in the tampons.
Yeah, the tampon. That's what basically
niggas wound up in the ER because that shit's going straight to the bloodstream.
He referenced it and compared it to quarters.
Nigga,
I'm like,
well, just call it quarters, nigga.
Quarters?
That's what I'm saying. No, just call it quarters. Why is this? It's kind of like quarters, but said we put the quarters in the ass and have beer.
Right, but quarters you don't put in the ass. You just drink, and you get slapped, and you throw quarters at your knuckles.
I understand that. I'm just saying niggas is weird.
But anyhow, but I mean, just this climate that we're in right now. I mean, look, we gotta do better, man. We have as men.
Cause I'm telling you this, this be my end of it.
No, it's not.
It
can't be the. It can't be the end of the conversation.
It'll be the end. No. I'm saying we'll talk about it later on.
Oh yeah.
And I'll talk to her about it and see. Maybe one day she'll come on. Who knows?
That needs to go on the behind the paywalls. Yeah, that's coming.
But you my nigga $100,000.
Right.
Me and you and some other niggas go to a house and you saying I'm gonna go see this girl I'm fucking. Y'all in there doing whatever. And you tell me, hey, at a certain point in time, come in the room, she gonna be cool with it. But I get in the room and I'm trying to force myself, and she said no, but then I keep going. And then the other niggas is with us, they come in there and do shit too. Nigga.
Oh.
Niggas got to do better. Jesus.
Now we haven't been in these situations, but we've been around young soldiers. You've been a leader. I've been a leader. We've been in group settings where we drink and all that stuff, and
Nigga,
we've
never been that drunk.
We've always been like, yo, battle buddy, everybody's good to go. Or like if we ever have somebody like, oh, I'll take her back to the room or this and that, like, okay, you'll take her back to the room, but we coming with you, and you leaving with us type.
Yeah,
of
what happened was in Dallas, and I forget who the two girls was all fucked up and drunk, and I was like, yeah, man, we'll just go back to y'all room and just chill the fuck out.
Yeah,
and it's like, then you in your room, then let my black ass get the fuck up out of here. Like, okay,
Yeah,
you say? All right, close the door. I'm out.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, and it's like I mean, and then there's the other thing. Whatever happens after you're left and you're in safe.
Yeah.
You know, because there's people that get up and they go out and do shit. But yeah, you do that stuff, and then you have to you do the best you can what you can, and then whatever after a certain point. I mean, if they decide to go out and leave or whatever, then that's on them, man. You did your job. But, well, I mean,
yeah.
Well, I hate to end it on that. Cause you said something about rape, and then I was like, God damn. I want to talk about, I thought it was a trend that would go away. White people calling the police on black people for the most random shit. It's reached the zenith of fuckery. Did you hear the story about the white woman that called the police when they about the whale? They're out on the boat and the whale came close to the boat. She called the police, nigga.
Yeah, I bookmarked it on Instagram. I haven't read it yet.
White people, leave us alone.
Well, what is that? Cornerstone. What's that? Cornerstone Becky?
Cafe.
I don't know, that lady that the kid in New York City. Oh, you're talking
about at the I don't know where it was.
It's like Cornerstone something.
Some
what
fucking less than 10-year-old boy walking by, his book bag touched her butt, and she tried to say this fucking child.
She called the cops.
Grabbed his butt. This bitch tried to say she was a cop too.
What? No.
White people, leave us alone.
Well,
niggas just trying to go to work, dog. Most niggas just trying to go to work. I swear to God. Leave me alone. I just go to work. I don't care about your little white children. None of that shit. Leave me alone. No, you hear about I know you gotta go. I don't want you to get in trouble. You won't get no pussy for the rest of the week.
Well, that's the reason why. But anyhow, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about
still work.
Yeah, we'll talk about that on that episode.
Hey, what am I gonna say? I hear what you got in the comments saying. What you didn't say.
I will never force anybody to do anything against their will.
They gotta say nothing about forcing nobody.
Just saying. If it still works, it don't work right now.
But what your dentist say?
Huh? Yeah.
With the mouth? What your dentist say? So I hear what you got in comments say. Did your dentist say you all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Anyhow. Hey, so we're gonna cut this one short.
White people, leave us alone.
Brian, a few closing words, thoughts, prayers, lunar eclipses. You're an Aquarius, lunar Aquarius.
Hey, bro, the fucking hurricanes, dog. I'm about to have a heart attack, dog. I need a big ass blunt right now, dog.
Look at it. We're cutting it short right at the right time. I feel you. I feel your pain. Your pain.
I'm looking at Missouri barely hanging in there.
All right, man. Hey, thank you everybody for.
You didn't ask me about my closing words, nigga.
You already closed. Go ahead.
Hey, man.
With my closing word, hey, I'm glad to be back.
We back, nigga.
Yeah, we're back. I mean, we say that all the time, and then we go away for 6 months.
Yeah, that do happen. Niggas be lying. White people probably call and said, these niggas over here podcasting, having fun.
Right. But anyway. Hey, good to have you back, Winston, man. But go ahead, man. You close it out.
Hey, man. Hey, thank you for your time. Hey, Brian, thanks for coming through as always. I know you was restocking the freezer with the refreshments. I know you watching your boys. I'm trying to ignore the Missouri game. I know these niggas gonna lose, even though Frank got this motherfucker up on this big ass screen behind me. Frank, as always, thanks for having me in your home, man. Appreciate it.
Always,
love you always, bro.
Always, man. My
all listeners out there who put up with us as far as an episode every month. Yeah, we gonna do better. No bullshit. Like motherfuckers had to get back right. It's a new job and shit like that. So we gonna get back right. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for the retweets. Thank you for the downloads. Love y'all. KC Store in Topeka. I-70 Connect.
30 pieces of silver.
And you know what?
Enjoy the music.